our tutorial for Xheader. So the first one, we of the basic elements and options that you have with Xheader. So for this one, we're just going to try and cover some of the other options that we did in the last video. I've already gone ahead and got a template ready and put my background in, and I am going with black again, which is going to make it a little more difficult, but that's okay. The end product will be much better, I think, for this one. And we're just going to have fun with this. I'm not going to really do anything that I'm going to use, just to show you some of the different options. This particular size is a, I believe, 468 by 60, which is a very popular size for banners when you want to actually advertise some of your banners. So, alright, so we're going to start with that size. Background is black. I'm going to go ahead, add an image. Find our image. Okay, we're gonna pick this funny little guy, not this funny little guy, but this funny guy. I just love this image. And again, as in the last video, we're going to have to change the color of our background so that we can see what we're doing when we're resizing and positioning our images. Oh, okay. And smaller. I want to get his whole little head in there with his hair standing up. I think that'll do. Okay. And now I'm going to move him over here because I'm going to show you use the colored circle option. So I'm going to click on this build circle, click, and as before, just drag up and down. So you can kind of see it's a little bit, it's white there. I'm going to go with an oval color. Oval. There we go. Now you can make it a complete circle. You can make it an oval. You could always go like this and just use half of it if that was something you wanted to do. But for this banner, we're going to keep it like that. Whoops. I didn't click on it. There we go. And I'm going to give it a different color. I'm going to go with that color. Okay. Whoops. Again. Boo boo. Wrong thing. Now we're working on the oval. That should be great again. Until we're done. There we go. Move them over a little bit. Now, as we saw in the previous video, this transparency tool, very cool. I'm going to use it just to lighten that up, make it a little more transparent. And now I'm going to take my little monkey face and put it on top. Now, if he didn't want to go on top, and wanted to go behind our circle, then all you would have to do is hit to front, and he would come to the front. I'm not liking the way I'm finding that this oval here is just a bit too small to fit his cute little face. There we go. Come here. That might work a little bit better. Now, you see how his face is a little bit faded? That's because of the transparency on the oval. If I was to diminish the transparency, or maybe the opposite is, there we go. Whoop, a bit too much, bit too much. Right there. You can see him. Very good. Alrighty. Now, background. Alright, so now we're going to add our second image. And we're going to go with the same image that we used in the last video, the inspired one, but we're not going to use the whole thing. Again, way too large, we have to resize. Can't see our cute little mascot anymore. Okay, make sure you don't go too far that you can't grab it. That was close. Still a little bit too large. I want to see my exclamation marks, so I'm going to make it a little smaller. Now don't worry about the get part, because I'm going to actually get rid of that. I just want the white Big Idea Master inspired text. So that looks alright, except that now my circle is too big. Of course, you don't have to have this over here. I just think it adds an added touch to it. There we go. And we will finish the rest of the background in black again when we're done. Now, a little trick to get rid of what I don't want in this image is I'm going to go back and do the filled square. I'm just going to place them on top of these images. It doesn't matter, it's just so that I can see what I'm doing. Now, do you see how I'm just building a little band-aid here? It's going to fit over what I don't want showing. Now, will that cover it? Not quite. Make it a little bit bigger. Can't see my little... There we go. It has to be a little longer. That covers it. And now what do? Just make it black. And it's going to blend right into the background of that image. There you go. Magic. It's gone. Alright. So that's not looking too bad. Now I'm going to show you another. We pretty well have covered all of the options here in this bottom part of the software here. We've done pretty well everything with this. We know about all our different texts and text size, font options, your bold, italic, all your text effects here, your transparency, your line width, and then over here you can use shadows and stuff when you do your chisel and your emboss and that. Then it'll allow you to use these options here, these shadow options. But now we're going to go up to our option up on the very top toolbar here. And before I use these options, some of these options, I'm going to click on. There we go. I believe that's our circle or our oval. So we're going to play with it. Go into the options. You can put a border. That's very self-explanatory. You just put a border around different objects on your project. You can totally resize your header. If you find that it's not the right size, you've changed your mind, in here you can just go to resize header and resize it, and it's that's as easy as that's very simple. Don't have to show you that one. Now this one is cool. I like this one. This is your rotate. So now we've got our oval is actually checked on here. So I'm going to actually move it counterclockwise. Now do you see how it moved? Come back here, little buddy. There we go. Now if I wanted to move it again counterclockwise, you'd have to just, if you wanted to stand up on end, you'd have to do it like probably 10 times. But this way you can. So let's just leave that like that, just to say. There. I'm going to click on here so that. Alright, now what about our little buddy here. I think I'm going to have to move our circle over a little bit so that I can click on our little buddy. And I'm going to move him also. Rotate him. Let's rotate him. Except we're going to do him clockwise. Now when you want to reset it, you just do the opposite. If you were doing counterclockwise, just go clockwise so he's back where you want him to be. Just kind of, there we go. Click on here so he's up. You have to go away. There we go. Here, so that I can get back to our circle. Put our circle back. Actually, maybe before I do that, I should try to get to our background. Wonder if that'll work. And make it black again. No. Doesn't want to. Well, our pieces are just all over the place now, aren't they? It's okay. There. That should work. No? Alright, I must have accidentally gotten rid of it, so I'm just going to make another one. It's only a small portion of the banner anyway. Now you realize what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to make sure that the whole background is black. Ah, there we go. Now he definitely has to go to the back because we need our little fella in front of him. So let's just go like that. Bring him to the front. Oh, that's cool, eh? That color. Bring our little fella to the front. See, so we don't want to lose him behind that other image. There we go. This didn't seem to be covering the whole thing, so let's cover the whole. I think part of our original background is still there. There we go. Success. Now, let's put our circle back on an angle. We'll leave it like that because we're just having fun. It's not like I won't be using it for anything. Just want to show you what you can do here. There we go, and we'll grab this guy, bring him back, and we lost our. Oh no, it's still in place. There. All done. We're gonna leave him like that. Doesn't he look inspired? All right. One more thing. I'm just going to show you the templates that they actually provide you with, even with the free version. So we're not going to save this. We're just going to go back to new as if we were starting from scratch again. And instead of creating a blank header, we're going to go to a load from template library. So when you click on that, they're going to give you a whole array of different templates that you can use, which is great for headers. You can really personalize headers. This is the sports section here. You have all of these different categories. So there's hundreds of them in here. I'm sure you can find one that you may want to use. Here, I'll give you another example. There's the money. You get two of those. So see how we've got different headers here, templates. Great stuff. Like I said, there's hundreds of them. And you can purchase extra headers. I think they give you 5,000 of them for $47 or so. But I mean, you've got lots to work with here that's absolutely free. This is a great free tool. Why pay to have headers, banners, favicons done? It's just, I just love this tool. All right, so I think that pretty well covers everything that you really need to know to get started with Xheader. And I'm going to leave you now with that. I'm finding my thing. But yeah, I'm going to leave you here with that. And the next video, I think I'm going to show you how to use View, which is another great free tool to resize your images. Because with Xheader, I found like you can only, the smallest you can make I think is a 50 by 50. You can't go any smaller than that. Now when you want to do a favicon has to be 16 by 16. That's just the little logo image that you put on the tab on the very top of your, when people go to your website and your tab is opened up and they're on the top. It's like it's to brand your website, whatever you put your little logo in the favicon there, and it has to be sized at 16 by 16. So with Xheader you can actually create your favicon, but then you'll have to go to some software to resize, and View is a great View does a lot of different things, but one thing that I use it for all the time is to resize my images. Another great free tool. So I think we're going to cover that one in the next video. So I'll say bye for now, and go and get this tool and have fun with it. I highly recommend it. Anyway, alright, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.